Okay, so this video, guys, if you haven't seen it yet, it's actually hilarious.
It's a doozy.
It is.
Notice a bunch of people. It seems like you're sending.
Hold on, let me go to the beginning.
Hey, Emily, this is Dave Portnoy calling. I'm recording you right now. People, it seems like you're sending. We have this pizza fest happening on Saturday, and you're reaching out to our advertisers, and you're basically sending.
Pause real quick, Crow.
That says.
So yeah, today's Wednesday. So like that's how many days prior? Like 2-3 days prior.
Yeah.
To his fucking event, right? They're giving him no time to respond.
Well, here's the thing. They
didn't expect him to find out. They didn't expect him to find out. They just wanted his video.
Yeah. Well, in this call, it ends with him setting up a time for a phone call with this woman, 10 a.m. in the morning. She contacts him back and goes, actually, it's going to be 5 p.m. on Friday. And he goes, 10 a.m. or nothing. She goes, okay, then we don't need to do the call. She wants to wait until they're just about to drop the article to actually have the conversation with Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
It's a smear job. It's not just a smear job. What they try to do is they try to go to the advertisers, get the advertisers to drop out, and then use that as fuel for their fire in their article.
They're trying to scare them because then they're going to be put in the article and be like, oh, they support all this shit that I told them that was negative. They knew. You see, I told them. And they did it anyway. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
To the effect, Dave's a misogynist, racist. Do you want to defend yourselves advertising at this event, right?
I'm sorry. What's your name, Dave? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm the guy you're writing the article about, Dave Portnoy.
Oh, you're Dave Portnoy. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. No, I'm not. I haven't said anything like that.
I can read if you want. If you want, I can read what you actually sent. I have it.
Yeah, read, because I sent a bunch of notes, so I want to make sure I know which one.
Sent a bunch of them.
Okay. We are planning to write about the festival and how some of the sponsors and participants have drawn criticism by seemingly to associate themselves with Dave Portnoy, who has a history of misogynist comments and other problematic behavior. I want to make sure that Blank had a chance to respond to this, since the company is the most prominent and they're partners of his festival.
Oh, that's the one I sent to, which was definitely the most pointed of them, because I really did want them to respond.
Yeah. That was really pointed. I just wanted a response from them. Aura. I basically told them you're a misogynistic piece of shit. So that they would give me a response.
I went to your top fucking sponsor and let them know what a piece of shit you are, and they're pieces of shit for supporting you, and asked them to defend themselves, because if not, they're going to make it in this fucking article. That's all I did. Is that problematic for you?
Is that a problem? Like, that's just how we do it here at Washington Post.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to say, here's the best part. I disagree with a lot of the stuff Elon Musk has been doing with Twitter. Some of it's just kind of stupid, like the X thing, or his talks about wanting to remove the block button and everything. But if it weren't for Elon Musk buying the outlet, bro, shit like this would get shut down so fast.
Oh yeah,
you know it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these media outlets have friends that used to work at Twitter, so they could just contact them to get them to shut down stories.
Isn't that how they got verified as well, Crow? Didn't they get verified through their connections on Twitter?
Yeah.
It'd be like no-name journalists too.
So originally verification was really simple. You sent your ID in, and Twitter used to verify you, and that's all it was. But as Twitter gained in popularity, they then shut that off, and then it became, okay, well, we'll verify somebody who has like an article done about them, some sort of prominence that they can feature. But also, if you tend to work at an outlet, and that outlet is, giving us a bunch of money, then we'll verify you too, and then we'll set up a way for you to speak to us directly. It's disgusting, man. It's really disgusting. So when people are like, this stuff looks fishy, this stuff looks pre-planned and everything, this is how it works. Or at least how it used to work when they had the access to Twitter and everything. They still do this shit though. Actually, it's called X, not Twitter. No, never do it. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. It gets so much better. That's a good.
She's already like like, you know, like fucking. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
And I was hoping to get something from them.
Do you think that's fair? Like, I totally disagree with the assertions of what you said, that misogenic and all that stuff. So, like, it kind of backs people into a corner. So I'm happy to go over anything. I mean, you have, that is pretty pointed. You said you didn't do it. Then I have the exact evidence of you doing it. So
No, I didn't say I didn't do that. I said I did. That was
Yeah, you
the one
did.
that was the most
well,
pointed.
no, you that what before I provided proof, you said you didn't really remember doing that. And then I read it to you and you're like, oh yeah, I did it that one time. So you did do it. I'm happy to talk about the comments because to me, it's kind of like torturous interference. Like we're doing an event. Everyone's happy about the event. You know, I've raised 50
It's a fucking pizza event, bro.
Pizza, none of that. It's Dave's
It's you know what's really fucked up about it? He's been like actually trying to help out pizzerias stay afloat and stay in business, and they tried to get that shut down. Why?
Yeah.
What was the fucking point? You literally tried to harm multiple fucking people for no fucking reason other than, oh, I don't like Dave Portnoy. Dave
It's a
Portnoy's
fucking
misogynist.
pizza. Let the guy have his fucking pizza event. Jesus Christ! Like, what the fuck?
It's bro. This is so fucking common with these people, though.
He's
It's
not running
fucking
for
common.
governor or anything. Like, fucking.
He's doing a pizza event. He's doing a pizza event to help out pizzerias so they can stay afloat in a fucked economy. And they're like, I want them to suffer too. I'm like, fuck. Oh man, it's nuts, man. It's fucking nuts.
misogenic and problematic, and I'm happy to talk about it because to me, nobody would like if someone's going around sending that email to their sponsors. And again, you're not like questioning. You're it's almost like a statement of fact. This is what I am.
Could you imagine, Crow, if somebody emailed her fucking boss a bunch of shit?
Do you want to talk?
Like, fucking,
Oh, I could, but here's the thing: they wouldn't give a shit
probably not.
because she's a nobody and she works for them, so they wouldn't give.
Oh
a
no,
shit.
yeah. It's
They
just funny.
protect
Like,
her.
yeah. Oh yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Talk to you about this.
Stupid.
And I just want you to know that the story I'm working on with a colleague. And I want to kind of loop him on this because we did want to talk to you. And we were
When were you going to reach out?
We were planning on doing it tomorrow morning, but
So you're going to write the article and then give me like I've had that a bunch. People write a full article and then give me the points after.
We're doing a bunch of reporting, and we wanted to make sure that when we finally did talk to you, we could really kind of present what or talk about things more fully based on
Like what? Like it sounds like you have your opinion made of me based on that email.
No. Look, here's the fucked up thing, right? What they were wanting to do was get the advertisers to cancel him back out of the event, and then they'd reach out the day before the article is going to drop and go, hey, Dave, so your biggest advertiser just pulled out of this event after finding out about your misogynistic behavior. Do you have a comment about that?
Yeah.
You know how this shit goes.
I just like how he's just railroading it. Everything she's saying just sounds fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we just wanted to get all the points out there, and we're doing a lot of reporting. Like, what the fuck does any of that mean? Like, look at his facial reactions; they're the best. Like,
bro, what would your facial reactions be in this situation?
No, yeah, for real. I'd probably get angrier, to be honest. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that mean? Like, but whatever.
So then if you don't have your opinion made of me, how do you say in an intro email, Dave Portnoy has a history of misogenic comments and other problematic behavior? That's how you introduce the email.
Yeah. So look, I just want you to know that this is not, I want to talk to you about this, but
don't you think you should talk to me before sending that email?
What I wanted to do,
No.
When we had, so I want to have some specific questions for you, and so I wanted to kind of have the full idea of what we.
That's not a full idea. Like anybody who's rationally reading that email being sent to an advertiser would have to be like, "This is a hit piece," and you have your mind made up. Why else would you put? No, you call me in the intro. I'll say it again. Dave Portnoy has a history of misogynist comments and other problematic behavior. You didn't say Dave Portnoy raised $50 million for small business. Dave Portnoy saved thousands of pizza places. You didn't mention. You said it in a way that is putting sponsors on the defensive.
So what I worried about when we contacted you, I was worried that
Hey, Crow, you want to know what's funny?
one shot.
Yeah, well, what's up, man?
He just uploaded this clip to his channel. I got the notification. This is like, he just uploaded this shit. I just popped up.
Good, good for him though. Like you have to make it public. That's the thing. They work behind the scenes to get people to cancel, right? To get people to drop you. And then they blow it out to the public after they've already done the damage. So they can build up a full fucking media firestorm against whoever their target is.
Like the total coward pussies they are, bro. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but you're right. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's how it is, though. That's what they do. And we see it time and time again. And it's like, well, why do people not trust the media? I mean, come on. Like, would you trust people like this? Honestly. Someone who engages in this type of behavior, would you ever trust anything that they present to you ever again?
Dude, I don't know, because some people find reasoning to see how that's justified. You know what I mean? Somebody won't have a problem with this. Yeah, like they'll find a reason. They're like, oh, well, he's a piece of shit anyway, And I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm just like, you're gonna fuck up somebody's life because you just don't like them. You could just not like them. You don't have to support the pizza thing. You don't even have to write an article about it. People probably won't even fucking pay attention because you're not talking about it. But I don't know. I don't see the reasoning for fucking up an event, a fucking event. He's not going to run for fucking president or mayor or anything. He's just fucking doing a
pizza event meant to help out small businesses that are in need.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That's what that's what they were trying to do. Like, fuck, man.
You, right? And so what I wanted to do is make
look on his face there.
We wanted to talk to you about before I reached out to you. That's why I was waiting to call you.
Because you wanted to have everything together before you talk to me. I got to be honest, this sounds like something who's going to hit me last second, be like comments on all this negative stuff.
No, this is kind of standard journalistic stuff. Like,
unfortunately, yes. I have been
this is standard. We always go behind the
scenes.
To
sit down with anybody at any time. And this all stems, by the way, from a guy who wrote an article that for 13 years has been tweeting negatively about me because he doesn't like me. So half the stuff he talks about didn't even exist. The guy doesn't like me. And now you're going to run with this on the Washington Post. And anybody who's listening to this to think you were going to give me a fair chance when you're leading to our sponsors before you talk to me is crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Would that be okay? Like, I want to talk to you. I really do. I just want to make sure, like, I've got all my questions ready and stuff to talk to you about. Would that be
I think people should handle shit like this more often.
I
like
he
he
did.
did.
The article before you.
I
do
agree.
It.
Because this is the way you have to do it now.
Why can't you do? Why
Well,
can't you do that?
he refuses to let them cancel him.
When I validate all the stuff you're about to make up against me. I have been hit with the same things over and over, and they're all so wildly out of context. It's insane to say at this point in the game when you've already written to the sponsors. Let me say it again. Dave Portnoy has a history of misogynist comments and other problematic behavior. I catch you off guard on a phone call, and now you're like, no, we planned on talking to you tomorrow. Like the Washington Post, which is a wildly left-leaning publication, you have things you've said. You hate Trump, you hate Elon. Not that I'm those people. To think you're going to give me a fair shake. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, but she probably was.
You and as part of my reporting, like, we haven't written this story. We won't have written it by the time we talk to you. Like, this is talking to you, I would hope, is going to be a big part of our reporting and a big part of the story. So I'm really hoping I do that, but I want to give you a chance. If we're going to, anything specific we're going to include in the story.
This is what it's like when you get gaslit in real life.
In front of me, because I'm working with another reporter, and I want to make sure that we, have as full a conversation as we can.
What was the thesis of this article you're writing?
I don't work with theses. I'm just reporting. It's just, you're an interesting guy. You have an interesting
You're an
role.
interesting guy. You said a bunch of misogynistic shit. We don't like
It
you.
seemed like you were going to
Your
try to
problematic
shame
behavior.
sponsors for being associated with me and put them in a box when I know they all love me, but nobody wants the Washington Post writing an article, sponsor associated with misogenic, racist piece of shit. Nobody wants that. That's what you're trying to do. And even on this call, it's pretty clear that's what you were trying to do. You don't have the facts for me.
What I might have said on this call that would give you that impression. All I've said on this call.
Well, we started the call. We started the call with you saying you never said anything negative, and then I read back an email like, "Oh, I did on that one."
He's just like he just goes like right for the jugular.
Because I was
It's
really
great.
to respond. But I really, and what I've been asking people about, I'm just asking people what they're doing. I'm just asking people about, how they came to participate and how they view it. That's
now, but you could have just as easily said, "What's your involvement? Are you proud to be involved with somebody who has done so much for the pizza and service industry?" Right? That could have been an email.
Can we set up a time tomorrow to talk? I mean, really,
shut that down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I trust you yet, so I want more. I want to see everything that you've been asking these people. Like, again, I don't think there's generally why I don't do this at the last minute is because if you really wanted to get my perspective, it wouldn't be me calling you. You would have already reached out to me in a fair manner. Hey, sorry about that. I got like a call that came in the middle of it.
Oh, no worries. Okay. No, I was just saying I was going to call you. I really wanted to talk with you. I want to have a really full conversation. That's why. So what time?
I'm more than willing to have an open conversation about anything if the article is not written. I'm afraid with what I'm seeing already here, all it does is it validates a hit piece.
I swear, I have not written the story.
I fucking love it. The fucking nervous laugh. I swear, I've never written anything.
Not for me to say, and I'm working with somebody else.
But that seems like a pretty straightforward question. That have you made your mind up about me? If you can't answer that, no.
I can say I have not made my mind up about you.
Then why would you include that in the email?
Does anyone believe what she just said?
Because I was hoping for a dialogue with them. Sometimes you have to say something like, "This is like," it's sort of a reporting tactic. When you want someone to respond, you kind of have to indicate that there might be something negative, and then you get them to engage. That's all I was trying to do.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's all it was. I just wanted a response, so I was saying a bunch of negative shit to you about you.
What I would say is make up something about somebody.
That there might be something negative, and so you want to give people a chance to respond and have a conversation with you. That's what I was trying to do.
But at the same time, you're saying you don't know that that's actually truth. So you're leading with something that you haven't done enough research to know if it's valid.
I'm saying there might be a fuller picture, and that's what I want to talk to you about. And I want to set up a time tomorrow morning, maybe like 10. Are you free at 10?
I got to do more research on you. I still don't have the vibe that you're going to give me any sort of fair shake.
Okay.
I mean, after this conversation, I think you would have even less of a vibe that you would get a fair shake.
Look into me. You want to look. My colleague that I'm working with on the story, his name is Tim Carmen. He's also a food reporter at the Post, and I'd love for both of us to be on the call and just we can talk. I am happy to I definitely want some on the record stuff, but if there's stuff you want to tell me that you want to tell me on background or off the record, we can talk about all.
No, I'm always on the record. There's nothing I would ever say that is off the record.
I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so maybe you want to say tentatively 10 o'clock tomorrow?
Yes, I'll confirm tentatively. Now, the one thing I'd always ask, just like this is being recorded, I would record the interview tomorrow.
I didn't have a chance to hit record, so I'm not recording this call, but I get that you are. That's totally fine. I always anticipate that, what I'm saying is going to be recorded or be used. I get that.
Okay, so
that's why she didn't say much.
A good step in establishing some degree of trust. So if you're fine with me recording tomorrow, then let's do 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, do you want to call me on this number?
Sure, yes.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right, we'll talk tomorrow at 10.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Bye.
Okay, so here's the crazy thing, and I think he tweeted about it. Let me exit out of the full screen here. No, okay, hold on. I go here. So I saw the tweet, and here we go. The Washington Post just canceled the 10 a.m. call. Shocker. They proposed 5 p.m. instead. I said 10 a.m. or nothing. They refused. What could suddenly be more important than this? The article has to come out Friday, so they'd leave themselves a few hours before going to print. They want to drop the article before he has the event.